All right. I've not only have I figured out the go live button, but I've also figured out that this computer is not really made for streaming. So I've got a link. I'm trying to share with people that the stream is now a go. So far, I've got Discord linked. I need to do a couple more things. I'm gonna let some people filter in. Hopefully, maybe for the next few minutes. Well, you can continue watching Lottie over there, who is on the piggy cam, and maybe even listen to my voice a little bit, if that appeals to anybody. If not, that's why we have the guinea pig, so you can ignore me and just pay attention to her. Because guinea pig, you know? All right. What do we have? We have social media things that I need to let know it begins. Mm-hmm. Okay. No. Save changes. Doing some housework. Doing some house cleaning here. Link the people. Let them know it has started. We have guinea pig. Be excited. I know I'm excited. I'm always excited about guinea pigs. If nothing else. Alright. And that will post in the next 5 minutes, so we will see what happens. I'm getting some alerts that we're dropping some frames. Hopefully that doesn't last for too much longer. So, now that I've stopped surfing around for links and stuff like that, the bandwidth can just relax. So, for those watching now or later on the VOD, my name is Dan. I do a little bit of work for Chibichopshop now. And on Sundays, every Sunday so far for 2 weeks, I'm doing some streaming, and it has been the part swap, where we swap in and out, mostly at your guys' request, different parts. Do a little bit of on-air customization, maybe preview some parts, get some questions answered as far as how fitting goes, and how just generally how things look being pulled in and out. And yeah. So, since we're still warming up and I'm just getting the link out, and we haven't had people file in yet, I'm going to start pulling stuff at random. I'm going to pull from the what's called the yellow bins, which is our most recent bulk additions to our inventory, since they're just really close and they're the newer stuff we have on hand. So it might be cool. So I'm going to start with the body. I'm going to rummage. I'll be back. Gonna rummage. You know, we started with Mikey's body last time. Let's skip that. 1710. Who is that? I wonder. It's a heck of a dress. I think we should do that. Let's start fancy. Let's start fancy schmancy here. That's 1710. And make sure it goes back to the right bag after we're done with it. 1710. Fantastisch. Okay. Yes, please, and thank you. Okay, hello. Yes, thank you for coming in. And do please feel free to contribute. I'm getting us started with some randomization here. Let's see. At the yellow bins. Can I do a boop? Boop. That's a good girl. Let's see. Gonna do 1629 for a face. Which one though is the question. I don't think I want like the muddy or bloody face, whatever that's supposed to be. Let's do 1629. Just one? One or two? Let's do one. It's a smile. Let's start with a smile today. Should always start the day with a smile. Or in my case, you know, get out of bed and go, "Ugh." Then the smile comes. All right. 1629 on the bag. So everything goes back to where it's supposed to be. Now we need a hair. I'm going to choose a hair. Who has an appropriate snazzy hair to go with this snazzy dress? That's what I wonder. Oh! Oh, 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 oh. I'm going to go with 1711. This actually looks really nice. It's nice and short. It'll have kind of a tomboy look mixed with this dress here. 1711. I'm not going to bother with hat and accessories just yet. Oh, that's right. I'm going to need a neck joint. That's a thing. I'm running out of 3Bs in here. This one is very close. Very close in color, as one hopes it would be. Okay. Now, just to make sure, Kay, anybody else, sound check. Can you hear me? I want to make sure. My audio mixer, I see movement in there, but I can never be certain. $17.11 on here. Keep track of things. And I know it, since we're going to use the hair, let's go ahead and take it out. That would be the sensible thing to do. And the neck joint is a 3B. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kay. How's your day going so far, by the way? And whereabouts in the world are you? What time is it for you? It is now 11:14 here in Pacific time, West Coast time, in the U.S. All right. Ooh, starting strong with the tight fit here. Let's do it. Gentle, gentle. Don't break anything, Dan. Jeez, Durkee, thank you so much for the sound check. That's literally the most important thing. In my experience in streaming, I've had so many times where I've accidentally muted myself. I cannot stress the importance of the audience and sound checks in your guys' contribution to that. On the technical scale. I already like this. That nice little bit of short, tomboyish looking hair going with this really nice dress. If I do say so myself, this is off to a great start. A really snug fit though. Scorching hot in Greece. My goodness. A 2115. Well, thank you for being here. Hopefully I'm not going to keep you up too late. I usually, well, so far, usually running about 2 hours. So in your time, I'm probably going to call it quits right around 23 or 11 p.m., as one might say. Maybe a little bit longer. We'll see how participation goes, how active things are. But I don't intend to go any longer than the 3-hour mark. So for you, it'd be midnight. So we got a little bit of a range to work with. So here we go, and you'll see over here. This is the layout we've got so far for the body, faceplate, and hair. Do a little spin, spinny spin. I like this. This is very cute. This is a good time. And if you guys want to jump in and like just give character names and stuff like that, you are more than welcome to do that. I am what April calls a normie. I am a non-anime person, so I don't know any of these characters I'm pulling from, unless the name is actually written on the bin, which in these cases, none of them are. I pulled from 1710, 1711, and 1629. There are no names on those bins. I couldn't tell you who these parts actually come from. You work at 10, all right. You do the third shift. What kind of work do you do? And also, now that we have a starting point, you guys, here, I should get you a link. If we didn't know the parts of the Nendo, I believe it was an official nendoroid. No kidding, right? It goes together so well. I should get you guys a link for the shop, because the best way that you can request items, request parts from me, is to ensure that we actually have it in stock. Because if it's not in stock on the website, we don't have it, so I won't be able to pull it. You'll send me on wild goose chases, and I'll come up empty-handed and have to say sorry. Which I'm not afraid to apologize. I'm not afraid to say, whoopsie, that didn't go well. But just for your guys' sake, and keeping things efficient, I will get you a link to the shop. Just for expediency's sake. And you'll probably be seeing that sometime in the next 20 seconds or so, 30 seconds. There was a bit of buffering because I had to fiddle around and come up with the stream link, so that I can just splash it out on social media and let you know that I'm doing the thing. Unfortunately, this computer is just not built for streaming or video stuff of any kind. So it's rough. Internship on front-end development. Excited? Are you having a good time with it? Is it a paid internship? Maybe that's getting a little too, maybe that's asking too much, but I'm always curious about internship and how much of it is still unpaid. Servitude is what I call that. Let me get myself a little hydrated here. Bop, bop, bop. What are we doing? Check some things here. Oh, good. My stream analytics is telling me that the connection is now excellent. Okay. Now that I've slowed down on the surfing and stuff like that, we can actually have a good time here with minimal buffering. Hi! Hi, Lottie! Can I boop your nose? Can I do the boop? Nice and slow, nice and slow. Boop. She's such a sweetheart. She's the most skittish of the 3 guinea pigs we have. So I'm trying to socialize her more. Her sister, Tiramisu, which we had her out last time at first, She's definitely the bravest. She doesn't like being picked up still, but she does like run up to the cage to visit with us the most. And she's quite adorable and very. She is being a little adventurous. A little. Even when coming out for food, she's trying to burrow and hide. She's trying to burrow and hide under the food. And she's coming up to the camera. By the way, everybody say hi to April. She is not joining me for the stream because she's got a lot of work to do. We had a lot of stuff come in from the distributor, so she's getting things entered in. And Travis is basically in the co-pilot seat in there, getting things split up and arranged to come into the shop. So from time to time, you'll probably see a pair of legs go by. That's usually going to be Travis bringing stuff into the shop. Yeah. Yep. It's going to be a busy day for the shop. There's me in here doing this thing, and then there's them in this direction. You don't necessarily have context as to what's in that direction. That's the door leading outside the shop, and very shortly on the other side is their workstations for doing the splitting and entry and stuff like that. Splitting both Demon Slayer face swap sets. Excitement. People are already ordering those. I'm pretty sure I already saw on the order list. People are already on top of that. So, you and Travis are going to have to double up on order fulfillment within the next couple days, I think, because there's going to be a big old splash. Since April's paying attention, would you like to recommend a part to swap out? We can have April kick it off. Just remember, April, it has to be in stock, otherwise we don't have it. Don't send me on no wild goose chases now. And that's Travis saying that he's restocked all of Inumaki. Things are happening. Things are going wild. Yes, that's Travis. Oh, I see what Lottie's doing. She dragged the hay pile right up to the Heidi. Oh, she's tricky. She's doing the whole bush camouflage thing. Girly girl. What you doing? I'm going to scooch. I'm going to scooch this just a little bit. You can hide out, but people need to at least see your schnoz a little bit. Yeah. Do the Yang Foreigner hair and the yellow band. I can't think of the number. 1700. 1700 is not up. Are you talking about 1710? Because right now I got 1711 out. Or is it 1717? Boo. I'm afraid to pull up the site myself and risk tanking the bitrate, but I'm gonna do it. $17.47. Okay, that is doable. Oh, this is the one I actually started last stream off, but that's okay because this is a really fancy, delicate-looking hair to go with this rather delicate-looking dress. So yes, indeed. Now you're spamming me with a number. I don't think that's necessary. Now you're just getting pushy. All right. You know, if I were smart, I would... Oof. If I were smart, I would have started with... Oh, guys, I need the needle nose pliers now. It was in the 1700s. I see. I see. I'll be right back. Oh, they're not needle nose, but they'll do the trick. Just gently, gently. We're going to retire the 1711 hair. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to swap out this neck joint. It's probably just the socket in here that's tight, but we're going to try another neck joint just in case. The color gradient might even be a little bit better. Yeah, it is. Look at that. So much variance. They are pushy, my goodness. Okay. 1711 hair is going away. Being replaced by 1747. Okay, so this comes with a little bit of forethought because we have to take off this thing in the back and loop our way out. Then we can do faceplate. Oh. We can do parts. Order of operations, Dan, you can figure it out. This is a little snug. There we go. There we go. Now, front goes on. Ornament in the back. Maybe, yes, there you go. Yep, it's the body. It's not, okay, it's not as snug as the last time. I might still need to use the pliers to twist it out. But it's better than it was. Okay, I think this one has to go in here. Yeah. It's strangely specific how these fit in. Okay. I think a cat might be trying to come in. Okie doke. A little bit of a twirl, a little bit of a demonstration. Snazzy, elegant, perfection. Look at it. And bonus, as we discovered last time, the twin tails actually helps to suspend it, just so, off the ground, just so you get an idea. Boop. Stays in place rather nicely. All right. There's what we have so far. It's quite adorable. I'm about to request somebody come up with a hat. A hat would be a little difficult if we're looking for a big one. So one of those smaller ones that actually, you know, slots in between the front and the back would be necessary, just because the way the twin tails come out here. the bigger hats that actually set all the way on top would be hard to manage. Accessories would be a great idea too. April says she likes it. She looks like she should be hanging out with Lizzie from Black Butler. All right, I'll take your word for it. April might not be on the stream with me, but she's still providing commentary. That works. Lottie. Lottie, people want to see you, you know? Nice, sweetums. I'm going to angle you. There you go. She's so gun shy. Oh, there's a nose. There's a nose. All right, folks, what's next? What are we thinking? I'll start doing a little snooping myself here. What is up here now? Because I actually did a little bit of swapping out for the yellow bins. So there's some stuff up here that was not present last week. What about a crown? You could do the crown in Cody 7, 8, or 9. Okay, you can do that. Try the Lolita hairband from the Nendoroid More sets. Not sure how it attaches, but oh, I will get both out. And welcome, Fairy. Please enjoy Lottie burrowing herself in her hay, as one does. And I will look these things up. All right, starting with the crown. It's in Cody. I shall return. All right. It was in fact in 7. Code 7. And then Lolita hairband from the Nendoroid More sets. I wonder which ones we have. If we just have the pink one or if we have the black one too. Ba, 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 ba. Hairband uses stickers, so it works with pretty much any hair, though I think her little twin tails will be in the way. Yeah, I just noticed that. I never really looked at them that much, but I do see the sticker there. I'm worried that taking this off will mess with the adhesive, so it's not going to be that usable for those buying it. Should I leave the adhesive tape on? I'll start with the crown. I'll get clarification for that, but in the meantime I'll start with the crown. Code 7. Oh, this thing actually is bent out of place a little bit. So I'm going to have to give myself a little bit of space to work. Make sure the heart is facing forward. And snap it shut a little bit. Do we want it like dead on? Should we tilt it a little bit? Ooh, I think I tightened it a little bit too much. I think it actually needs to be dead on because it's a very long sort of tab there, and so it's meant to go in between the actual the pegs in here, whatever they're called. So I think my only option, unless we did some kerjiggering, is dead in the center. Do. Very, very small crown. It's quite cute. I'm ready for my close-up now. It's funny, it looks like it's suspended from certain angles. I'll try to tilt it. So we don't want to ruin the immersion. Okay, we'll set her down. Leave the tape, don't risk damaging it. I assumed it would attach with one of those little clear pegs. Yeah, I thought so too. I guess I haven't been paying attention while I was pulling orders, but maybe what I can do is I can just kind of like hold it in place. My fingers will be in the way, but it might give a rough idea as to what it does. In fact, let's not even remove the crown right now. Let's... actually, the crown is going to be like directly in the way. Ah, Kay is coming in with an accessory idea. I will get to that after I do a little bit of fiddling. So, actually, I think this would look very nice, because even with his hair, with the way that the twin tails are all bunned up here, you can still put it forward a little bit and have this thing here. I don't know that the pink kind of clashes a little bit with what we've got going on, but it's still a really nice idea. It still kind of goes along with it as far as functionally. I think we would just want to play with colors a little bit to get it right. Maybe another like pink dress or some other kind of like pastel color. Maybe a blue, a very light blue would go with it well. I don't know. I'm not the color theory guy, so I'm actually going to keep these up here. We'll play with these as we go. And Gothic version, which would match better if we had in stock. I would agree. That would go better with this color palette here. Unfortunately, we did run out. People buy that one out quite a bit quicker than the pink kind. Okay, the sword from 1717. Let's do it. And I know that's right up front. Okay. So I'm going to set these aside a little bit now. This as well. Give myself a little room to do some fiddling. I wish I knew how to play violin, that I could do a little fiddle as a joke. Now make sure everything goes into the right baggie. 1717. Alright, let's get this in the hand. We're going to be replacing the right hand. And you know what, I know keeping things nice and neat and preserved is a great idea, but this little plastic divider in here might end up causing us some issues as far as visibility. It clashes just a little bit. Goodness. Okay, can we get this hand out? Yes, please, and thank you. Okay. Oh, we got a warrior princess thing going on here. Very good. I wonder if I should do a swap out with the left hand, the left arm too. In fact, this is what we got started. do a hiya. A little bit of a slashy thing going on. Let's actually set her down. I'm wondering alternative arms with the dress. Let's see now. So this is what? This is alternate left arm, but I don't think it gives us a whole lot of variance. I think it just kind of like pops out more. Like it's angled up more. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure we get a whole lot of variation out of these. It might not be worth it to fiddle around with these small parts to do that. I think we've got a good working thing going here, all considered. I was going to see if there was actually, you know, bent elbows and stuff like that, but it doesn't really aim for that in here. Not so much. So we'll just keep all that stuff together. And this is what we've got. It's nice to have the glove in there too, because this is like one of those really nice dresses that I can just imagine you actually wear gloves with it. Maybe a little more lacy looking than this, but a glove is a glove. We'll go with it. Maybe I'll give a closer look here. Try not to fall out of focus. This looks like a challenge. As in, she is challenging us to a duel. On guard, have at you. Alright. That's what we got. We'll give it kind of like that nice across the face slash there. And we'll go on from there. Oh, let's do the crown again. Since we have it on the sheet here, let's commit. Do. All right. Make sure the tab gets in there as snugly as it can so it doesn't look like the crown is levitating. Unfortunately, it kind of wants to tilt forward. Like the heart design on the front gets a little bit harder to see, kind of falls out of perspective because it wants to tilt forward so much. That's all right. It's functional. It does a thing. It accomplishes an aesthetic. In fact, just so we're not blending in with the grain of the wood so much, I will put her right there. We'll do a little shifting. Okay. What should we do next, folks? Or should we just admire her for the time being? We can also admire Lottie a little bit. Lottie! Oh, are you trying to sleep now? Are you trying to nappy nap? She's like, leave me alone. Maybe I need to put her back and swap her out since she just wants to rest. Bring in tiramisu. She tends to be more adventurous for longer. Oh, there's the Lottie. She's body 1718 and hair 1644. Still haven't decided for a face. We'll do things one at a time. So let me start with 1718, and then we'll move on to the hair, unless somebody else has another idea for that. So body. 1718, not in the yellow bins. I'll have to delve back. Oh, see, that's a little of the coloration we're talking about. From different mix a front hairpiece with a back hairpiece from different figures. Works sometimes if the connection is smooth. I agree. If you've got ideas of something you want to try, I am all for it. So go ahead and look around for something you want to try mixing and matching, and we'll make it happen. Okay, body 1710 is going away. You did us a great service. Oh, goodness, I was correct. Okay, so we're going to keep the accessory on hand, which is right there, right? That's 1717. Yes, it is. You should keep your forearm. And then your fisky hand will go back in. Okay. Oh, alternate arms. Very, very nice. 1710, you are up there. Oh, that's right. She's running away with the peg. Sorry. Let's take that back. Rewind. Gently, gently. There we go. Make sure I didn't damage this. Nope. Still doing good. I told my story last week about how I was gifted the alien nendoroid, and how I very easily managed to break the neck peg. I was unaware of how these things are constructed and how delicate they can be. Then I learned. Okay, now we can get rid of body 1710. And this one is 1718. Very nice. Make sure I know where it's going after. All right. Easy now. Easy. Easy. Oh, this is a snug fit too. Ooh. And here, where is the dividing line between the skirts? We're gonna take this out. Oh my goodness, there's so much plastic in here, folks. We're just killing the planet. That's what we're doing. Okay. Now this is a choice. Oh, looks like propeller blades in the back, almost, with a kind of cape that we've got going on. But let's do the spin. Let's get all this plastic out of the way. Still going with the crown, and what a great idea to leave the crown, because there's some gilding on the dress here. It all goes together rather nicely, very regal. The hair is an interesting choice with this body in particular, so I do see the desire to also swap out the hair. I'm just waiting to see if Fairy's got a specific idea for mixing and matching the hairs. But if not, I will, in the interim, go with that hair 1644. I'll just give Fairy another couple minutes. In fact, I think that dress is a light enough color that maybe, yes, we'll go back to the wood green. All right. Okay, it says, honestly, the more I look at the shop, the more I want to buy parts for myself. I know, right? The contrast is nice. The only thing that doesn't quite sell it for me is the design and coloration of like these little bun wraps here. It's just the aesthetic just isn't quite there. The hair itself is fine, especially with like the ornament in the back going with this. It's kind of nice. I think the only thing that throws it off for me is that little bit of, you know, bun cover wrap, whatever that is. It's just the one thing that feels off. But, you know, mileage may vary. Fairy's still looking. Okay. Trying to find some with the same color. All right. So while you're doing that, I will go ahead with Kay's suggestion of hair 1644. That'll give you some extra time. That's not up front, is it? Nope. 1644. Is that going to be in an overstock bag? Nope, there's one here. Oh, that's a good choice. I didn't even take it out of the bag. I like what we're going for here. Okay, hair. 1747. We are retiring from now. Second week in a row of only 2 weeks. We're 2 for 2, where this hair has made an appearance. That is writing that I did last week. We'll see if next week we go for 3 for 3. Well, here, let's try and do this right here. Ah, we managed to get the peg out. Very nice. Oh. Make sure we keep everything together. Twin tails come out. And there is a wrap for that. We're going to burrito these. Okie dokie. You go away into a yellow bin. And then 1644. Let's put the bin back so that I'm not crowding myself. $16.44. $16.44. We're going to be very precise. I don't want to put anything back in the wrong spot and make fulfillment more difficult later. Here, let's go ahead and keep this on hand. Since it doesn't really take any effort to like hold it up to the hair to experiment, we'll just keep it on hand and like kind of throw it on whatever we've got. See, that's nice. It's going to blend very well with the dress. And nice and floral. It's quite nice. Okay, so let's get the bag out of the way. Time for... Oh, that went in very easily. Great fit. Okay, we're doing tiramisu.
Tiramisu. Do you like to go back, Miss Lottie? You look sleepy.
She does look sleepy. Oh, I just got comfortable.
Oh, just got comfy. Oh my goodness, you're such a wiggly worm. Oh my god, you're such a wiggly worm. Come here. Oh, there we go.
Like, what?
Say bye-bye.
You'll have to lower her a little bit. There's a nose.
Say bye-bye.
She's going back to her house.
Go back into the blanket.
Okay. And let's keep with the crown here. Whoop. Okay. So let's keep things consolidated here. All right, this is what we're going for. All right. I'm gonna try to flare the cape or whatever this is a little bit. Give you an angle. Very pretty choice of hair. I'm here for it. 100%. In fact, let me go back. I just want to like do a little bit of tilting, try and get a good set of angles for how the back looks. Very, very fanciful bit of pieces here. It makes it a little delicate to work with. I'm afraid of breaking it, so I'm just going to be very gentle. I wonder, do these twist individually? They do. Okay. They twist on one axis. That might be a thing we play with in a little bit. Not that I think it does very much. Oh, okay, okay. No, that's... Oh, that, all right. All right, that makes a lot more sense now. Look at that. This, I guess it just kind of got off kilter. So this splays out by quite a bit, and if we actually move it back to the front, it does this sort of thing. Looks a little odd, putting more of the gilding up front like that. So let's just do it in a way that seems like it's intended. That's better. That's better. Heck yeah. I'm here for it. All right. Kay says it's so pretty. Also adorable guinea pigs. Yes, they are. Oh. Tiramisu being curious. Can I boop your nose? Yep. Fairy says so cute. Yes, it is. Face, hair, body combination looks lovely. For the mixing, try the ponytail from 758 with the front of 1712. Very close to just get these two pieces. It looks so good. I know, right? Okay. So let's grab the 758. Was that a re-release up front? Yes, it is. All right. So we're going to do the back of that. Well, actually, a thing that I didn't do yet was experiment with holding this up. Do the Lolita headband. Now, it's not going to mesh very well. The ornament here, the hair ornament, it looks like it's supposed to come out, but I don't think it is. It seems like it's in there quite firmly, so I'm not going to try to pull it out. And there is a peg on top, so there must be a thing, there must be an accessory that's still in the bag. So this one, I don't think it does it any justice. I think it sinks into the hair a little too easily. I think a darker shade would be better. And plus, there's no room up front for it to tilt up and give a better effect. So I think in this phase, I think this actually worked surprisingly well for the last hair that we did. The 1747. This one, I think we're good with what we've got. Just plain, or maybe even whatever's supposed to go there. The crown does okay, I think. Especially with it's not even so much about the hair with the crown. It's more about the dress, because again, there's gilding going on. A nice little golden uniformity. So that was a little fun diversion here. So 1758, we've got that. We're going to use the back of that. And 1712 for the front, which I'm going to have to go back into the green bins. Aha. Okay. I see what we're doing. The coloring is going to be a little different, but I think we can get away with just demonstration purposes. Ooh, it's a tight fit in this little baggie. I can't even write the number on it. 1712. April says she's going to need 296's purse. All right. We'll get to that after we mess with the hairs a little bit. So I'm going to start just by doing the mix match with the hairs. And then if we like what we're seeing, then we can replace the 1644 hair on our body here. Okay. Unfortunately, the fitting here doesn't work out. The pegs for this, it seems like it's a little bit of proprietary design, so there's a lot more thickness in these upper parts of the pegs, and this is more of a uniform thickness for this right here. So it kind of prevents us from locking in. Plus, like, the tabs don't work out. So unfortunately, we do not have a fit. I will keep these out just in case Fairy wants to try swapping out something for something. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not as universal in terms of fittings as one might hope. I wonder if that has a little bit to do with the series numbers, the divide. But this 758 is from a re-release, so they didn't. It's not like Good Smile made any effort to make it more uniform. But I will get out that 296 purse. So here, let's actually retire the sword. Or better yet, let's keep it to one side. We can do a second accessory because I'm not sure, not yet anyway, I'm not yet sure what hand the purse will need to go into. Because if it can go into the left, then we can still utilize this. We can do a sword and a purse. And just wouldn't that be something? 296. $296 is an Alice. Could probably be sanded if needed to. Yeah, I agree, yes. I just don't want to do it myself. If someone wants to do that level of customization, they should be able to get the hair pieces unaltered by us. Oh, is that a bunny purse? Is that a bunny purse? Is that a bunny purse? I think I know why April suggested this. By the way, I did see a couple bunnies on my way back from my walk this morning. 2 tan ones. They were a few houses up. They were very cute. It is a bunny purse. Put the bin back. $296. So this seems to be side or hand agnostic here, since it doesn't come with a hand to hold it. So does it work just going over the shoulder? Kind of? Sort of? Maybe? It's a little loose, but we can kind of couch it in with the hand. It would need a little bit of fiddling. Maybe I just don't have the right idea. Or like that. Like that. Couch it in between the boobs, which is what one does, right? I guess, maybe. But that works out. Look at that. So that way, now that we have it on the left side, it is not going to intrude with the sword hand. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, okay. We're just going to amputate really quickly. Kay says maybe we can try the 1829 hood with the variety of hair we have going. Oh, okay. I'll pull that out. Wait. We're going to need a forearm here. Okay. And we're falling apart. We are falling apart. Let's get the cape back on. It's funny, it comes up really snug with this hair. In fact, the like kind of like diamond attachment piece fits right in with just the way the hair pinches in there. The way the locks figure in. Okay, better. We are back together. And I wonder... The arm does seem to hold it out a bit better. Maybe it's a crossbody. Oh, I think... Patrick, I think you're onto something. Let's decapitate. Let's take this arm off real quick. And it's probably just not meant for this body, so it's not going to contour the way we want it. Not quite anyway. But I don't think it'll do too badly. Let's get this started. And then position. Oh, that's going to work out rather nicely. April's onto something. This was April's idea, right? All right. Oh, no, I'm here for it. Good call, Patrick. Welcome, by the way. Good to see you in. All right. Yes. I'm here for it. Look at that. And just to angle it up to give you the idea, Patrick called it very well. The way that it actually goes in under the head like that. As a crossbody thing. Very nice. We've got a nice little bunny warrior thing going on. Just need to make sure that the cape piece stays with us. Okay. All right. So this is going to go back with the body 17, 18. I will keep you right there. Okay. 17 is an accessory. This is for the hat. Let's move some stuff out of the way. I'm creating clutter. Okay, and as Kay said, maybe we can try the 1829 hood. which is in with the green bins. All right, I shall return. Oh, okay, it's not even in the green bins yet. Is this a brand new thing? Because it's not in the green bins, it's not in the yellow bins. It must be in the restock bags. Yes, it is. I see it. I see it. And there is a hood. Oh, is that Ezio? That's Ezio. April was commenting last week, or maybe it was during a recording or something, of just how long it took for us to get a nendoroid of Ezio, which is from way back in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations. They kind of slouch with the Western properties, which I kind of get because it's not a Western company, so there is that. So let's see. With the variety of hair we have going on, a white hood could look cool. So did we want to try seeing if it would blend front and back with the hair pieces, or did we just want to swap out entirely? What are we trying to do? Well, let me take apart the hood and see just what kind of fitting we have going on. Oh, okay. So this is kind of similar to the 1712 piece and how thick the upper parts go. I just wonder if it would actually be compatible. Oop. Closer than 1758 is, but still not quite. It would need to be sanded down a little bit. I think the outer parts of these upper pegs would do. Actually, this weird. The right side is actually a little thicker. It tapers off a little more on the left. So yeah, it would need to be sanded down a little bit for this one. But I wonder. I wonder about 1758, because that has thinner hair pegs on the front. And it actually tapers off a bit thinner. Okay. All right, it's close. It's close, but there is a little bit of an angling problem. It's very close. You can kind of see what it's going for. But it just doesn't quite want to mix and match, which frankly, that's kind of what hoods do. It's an unfortunate thing. But at the same time, hoods are meant to go together and not have hair poke out, so I guess I get it. But when we have like interchangeable parts going on, it's just unfortunate that we can't get a little wild and do things our own way like that. I wonder if we can... It probably won't work the other way around. But just for curiosity's sake, nah, it's completely off. Completely off. Okay. The 1644 here with it. Okay. That's what we got. So I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way. Going to clear some space. I'll just set those to one side. We'll do a little decapitation. So let's do it without the faceplate first. I don't want to risk scraping things up. Oh, hi Tiramisu. Are you trying to burrow? You're trying to burrow, aren't you? You are a cutie. Yes, you are. Yeah, you already have a burrow. You have a little hidey hole. Okay. So let's first try front with back. So this actually tapers off a lot thinner, and the angling is quite dramatic. So I'll be interested to see. Okay. And these lower pegs don't match up. So, I mean, overall, the front kind of match is more flush with the back, the way the edges are. So with a little bit of modification, some fairly heavy modification when it comes to like this bottom peg here, it can be done. Or maybe just in the meantime, make sure it goes with certain angles. Because you can hide, if you're just doing a bit of photography and not doing a ton of customization, you can just play with angles, some forced perspective. Perspective. But this combination does look really nice. It just needs a little bit of fiddling. Needs a little bit of work to make it come together. And now I am curious about faceplate. Faceplate. Okay. All right. Works rather safely, but it does want to lock it in a bit higher so that we see more forehead here. So once you add in the faceplate, it does make things a little weirder. Trial and error. It's a lot of what this is. But yeah, it looks nice if you factor in a lot of modification to make it actually flush and come together more. And then of course, like you have like these standout parts here. But yeah. Tiramisu's lost in the sauce. Yep. That's what she does. She likes to burrow. And I like to find her. Because she won't always go underneath all of the bedding. Sometimes she'll get in between it somehow, and then I have to figure out which layer she's she gets lost in the lasagna. That's kind of what it is. Okay, let's return to full 1644. Let's get back to a baseline. Do. Make sure we got the bunny bag. Okay. Okay. What about the front of the hood with the back? Oh, I didn't think about that. I was skeptical, so I didn't really consider it. But we can do that. It never hurts to try. Especially since, like, you know, we're doing this still in the shop and nobody is wasting their money on projects that don't work out. Okay, so this will do quite a bit more snug. The pegs don't line up still. It will require quite a bit of shaving. But even then, it does firm up. There is a much smaller seam. So you might still want to do some heavy modifications, some shaving, if this is what you want to go for, or a liberal use of putty to just fill in gaps, and just being very gentle with handling could do the trick. Problem is, I don't know how much you'll see of the face if you do it like that. Or maybe it's not a problem because the whole idea of the cowl is to hide the face. Oh, look at that. I take it all back. I take it all back. Okay. Interesting. So again, we're still left with a seam, but not as big as when we did front hair with back hood. So maybe heavy alteration because this tab doesn't line up with the hair fitting, like at all. So maybe you just want to fill it in a little bit with some putty or something like that. Just to get rid of the seams. But otherwise, it does come together a little bit better than the vice versa we did earlier. And face is still quite visible, which maybe is contrary to the point of these hoods, but they're characters. We want to see our characters' faces. Okay. Catching up, also I thought of a new faceplate, 876 with a shocked face, just for a funny... Yeah, we haven't changed out the faceplate yet. We need to do that. It needs to happen. So I will go ahead and retire this hood. It is clearly of a very proprietary design. It is meant to go with Ezio, and so it's clashing a little bit. So we'll get him to one side. And Patrick, if you're still around, feel free to suggest parts to swap out. Everyone is invited to. Okay, we'll keep her decapitated for a moment. So, 876. I wonder, was that a re-release? Yes, it is. Oh, that's the same shock face we did last week. All right. The returning face. So that's going to be 876-2. Well, here. Boop. And color is a little different, but we still got it. Actually, that's a better match with this neck joint here. The fit is a little more snug, I'll tell you that, but it still works. And 1629-2 is going away. We can do a doll body too. Just let me know which one you had in mind. The dolls do tend to sell a little faster, so we don't have nearly as good a selection in stock. And I mean, it's a it's a smaller product line to begin with. 1629 goes back. Were you up front? You were up front. There you are. Tiramisu. Tiramisu. Dessert. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi, littles. Hi, littles. I know you like to burrow, but people want to see you a little bit. Yes. You just give a little bit of camera time and then you can go back to burrowing. Yes. She is a cutie. Hi. Can I? Oh, you curious? Oop. Okay. Okay. 876, and it is 2. 876, 2. A good idea for the shop would be to have photos of both sides of the hair, so if someone wants to combine hair pieces, can see if they are compatible with each other or not. I haven't checked with the hair pictures myself. The only problem is if there's a lot of them that would need that change done, it would mean a lot of going back and altering for April, a lot of new photos. So it kind of depends. It might be a thing that happens, but it would be a thing that happens slowly over time. But that does go in the suggestion box. Okay. But yeah, I do see the I do see it, that's the right idea, because if you were to actually see, like, if there was a picture of them splayed out like this, so you can actually see the fittings, there is a lot of utility in having a picture like that. So that definitely goes in the suggestion box. It would just mean a lot of catching up for April in the photo booth, so don't expect it to happen overnight. All right, back on. It's coming together with the accessories. This is a great choice. This is very fun because it's almost like a wild attack face and shocked face all at once. It's a very fun little blend here that we've got. Quite comical. That is a good suggestion. That is a good choice of a new faceplate. Play around with positioning. Maybe left arm goes up. Oh, cape comes off. We'll worry about that in a sec. I don't know. Maybe that needs to stay down a bit. Whew. Scared warrior princess. Yep. She's had all of her training. She knows the sword, but this is the first combat experience, and oh my goodness, it is not what she prepared for. Oh, because tiramisu. Back to burrowing. I wonder if you heard her funny little sounds. Okay. Let's set her back down. Put these back to one side. Yes, now that the real battle has to... Oh yeah, that's right, we need the crown. Now that actual battle is happening. One can only feel so prepared. Okay. There we go. There we go. It's a little better. Yeah, sadly all of them would need new photos. Sounds very hard to do. If there weren't so many, it would be a very easy thing to do. But there are, in fact, close to, well, let's see, how many bins are in each? Each row is of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So there's about 100 bins in each shelving unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but the 10 one isn't completely full. So there's about 900 bins. A lot of them are split in half. Not all of them, though. So there's about 1,600, at least, I would say. And not all of them have hair pieces in stock for us to actually get pictures of. So yeah, it would be a very slow process of catching all these things up. It's unfortunate that we didn't have that idea from the get-go. Especially since the point of the shop is to allow people to, you know, identify interchangeable parts and do a bunch of customization. But yeah, it's definitely an idea. It's definitely a consideration going forward. I'm going to go ahead and get these two blonde hair pieces back, the 758 and 1712. I'm going to go ahead and put them back for now, just to clear up space for myself. 1712, that's right, that's back here. Oh. Been trying to make it easy for myself and actually leaving the green bins pulled out when I pull from them, but I forget I do that, and then I still look up and down. So let's just make sure. The body is still 1718. We've got the new faceplate on. The hair is 1644. The hat / crown, Cody 7. The accessory, first accessory is 1717. That's the sword. And then 296 is the bunny bag. The crossbody bunny bag. So yep, we're still all caught up. And I will look back in chat. Fairy did mention a doll body. If there's a specific one you have in mind, I'll look back. I'm going to be quiet for a second. I'll go look back in our doll bins just to see if any kind of pop out. I bet number 70 and 71 are around. Oh. Let's see. Goodness, that's a lot. It's okay, guys. Thank you for saying so. We'll call it an aspirational goal to get that included. So, but yes, we do. I actually forgot the whole point of nendoroid dolls is to have clothing that actually goes over the body. So yeah, we've got plenty of compatible bodies to work with. It just kind of comes down to what clothing we're going to put on them. So if we're going to make this switch to dolls, then we're going to go full hog. No specifics, just curious to see some mixing and matching of clothes, etc. Alright, well, let's start with just a body. Let's see what we can pull out. Okie dokie smoky. And now for something completely different. Kind of, sorta. Alright. So we're going to be switching into doll mode. So if anybody wants to get the shop pulled up to dolls and see what clothing is available there, we can start going ham on that idea. Actually, let's keep the sword nearby. Body. 1718 goes away. Let's make sure you are paired with your correct hand. Very good, very good. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And was that up front with the yellow bins? No. That was a traveler, apparently. Would almost be easier to take a picture at different hair connections, generic, to save picturing each individually. Short-term fix. That's actually a good idea. We could even categorize those. We just have to run it by April and see what's practical and see what we can implement in the best time. But these are great thoughts, great ideas. I wish we did this sooner so we can get those ideas onboarded. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, and I should note down. This is from ND71 is the body. And we're going to have to start writing out clothing options separately, since the body doesn't necessarily dictate the clothing. So, I wonder, is the coloration good? Yeah, it's close enough. Okay, so let's keep the hair to the side for the moment, just to make it a little easier to work with. And ND71. Keep you on hand. Alright. So I could Just for curiosity's sake. I think, yeah, it'll still work out with the bunny purse. The crossbody bunny purse. My goodness. Once we get hair and everything on there, hey, we don't even need to go this far. It does contour well enough. So that is still an option. We're going to keep the bunny purse on hand. So this one can go away. The only set of nendoroid doll clothes I see are ND 58, 11, and 42. Let's have a rummage. 48. 58. Yes, let's do the 58. Oh, the stripe-hitted suit. Stripe-hitted. Okay. So there's top and bottom. Do we have shoes? Do we have shoes? I'm not going to open up the full packs just because we're selling those complete, like, mint and packaging. So we're coming up short with the shoes and socks, I think. And if that's not what the website says, then it looks like we have to fix that. Oh, okay. So we have the jacket and we have the shirt and vest underneath. So, yeah, okay. Do. Clothing. Clothes. ND 58 suit, as in the full suit. And once we pick out shoes, I'll just write shoes separately underneath. Shoes, I think, tan loafers. Yes. That is from shoes set 2. I think. Yes. Shoes set number 2. And I'll just write tan. The thing is, do we have any that are loose? I would have to re-enter this as a very good quality. We do have plenty that are still mint, so I'm not worried about that necessarily. I'm just going to rummage for a moment to see if there's already some that are very good and just in Ziplocs. Okay. There is not. So that's fine. We've got plenty that are still mint. We're just going to mark these differently in inventory. Ooh. Gotta love that magnetism. Alley-oop. We are chopping those chibis. Look at this. At least that's what it looks like. We're actually, the goal is to put them back together, but it really looks like a chop shop. All right. And then the pants. And then the shirt, which we have already had to manually tape closed. Oh my goodness, this is a deep bag for this shirt and vest. Okay. So I have not messed around with doll stuff before. At least not a lot. So I'm going to be very clumsy in putting this together. Bear with me, folks. Dan is typically not the guy doing this kind of stuff. Shoop. There's probably usually separate underwear, but we're still covered. Oop. Now which one is which? This is going to be left shoe. Gentle, gentle. There we go. Tan's going to clash with the black striping quite a bit, but it is functional. We just have to make sure that the pant legs come over them. All right. Does the vest disconnect from the shirt, or is it sewed together? This one is actually sewed together, it looks like. Yeah, so it's all one thing. You can tell from the inside. It looks like you can separate it from the front, but it is in fact all one piece. And the tie is all sewn in as well. So ND58 is not one of those where you can separate the layers. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your needs. If it were me, I kind of appreciate this idea because when you deal with multiple layers, I have big clumsy fingers, and dealing with and getting multiple layers on and figured out is just difficult for me. You should have seen when I tried to learn crochet and crafting like that. I gave up after a while. I was not good at it. Crochet and knitting was not for me. It was fun to try though. All right, we've got a suit coming together. It's a really interesting choice, going with like the bronze colored tie with a pinstripe suit. Okay, and now the jacket. Oh my goodness, what's going on in there? It's a whole lot of stitching in the way. What's going on? Is this not okay? There is an opening. It looked like they just like sewed the opening closed, but not quite. It's just a tight fit. Yeah. Woof. Maybe I need to get the hand out of the way. Make it a little easier on myself. Yep, that's the right idea. Get the hand out of there. Tiramisu scrabbling around. Ooh, these dolls take some work. Let me tell you, I had no idea. They take some doing. Collar is nice and popped right now. Alley-oop. Alright. Make sure I have it down. Okay, now we can fit the head. Get the peg in there just right. And then the hair. And now we find the hole. Please nobody clip that out of context. And we snug it right on. All right. I did not expect Monday. It's kind of fun. Maybe arms up in the air. If I can position just so. Ah! Tantrum! I hate Mondays. Do a spin. And, you know, it would be fun just to see that bunny bag added to it. Things are a bit cluttered with the jack. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Things are cluttered with the jacket. In terms of, you know, how things fit, how functional everything is, the doll body still works out just fine. It just comes down to aesthetics. So we're going to do the business warrior idea. This is just moments before the printer gets bashed to pieces. But instead of being kicked and whacked with a baseball bat, we've got a sword. It is cute as a shoulder bag, I do agree. It worked out very well as long as it fit. Maybe we can open up the jacket a little bit. Let it pop, let it flare. Oh, that does look nice. It is the orcish war. Did I do the full spin? I think I did a full spin, but let's do another one now that we have the sword. And because those shoes did not come with socks, the shoes kind of want to fiddle a little bit. Looks a little clumsy, but it's definitely workable. Yeah, shoes and socks, funnily enough, those seem to sell out either the fastest or among the fastest in terms of doll parts and doll sets. Shoes go zoom, especially like the higher boots that comes with certain nendoroids. The ones that actually, you know, go up kind of high and have like multiple joints. I can see why though. They're kind of hot. They look good. Okay. So this accessory was $2.96. Let's go ahead and get it to one side. Okay, so we got full suit from ND58, that series. And specially coming from shoe set number 2 is the tan loafers with the tassels. Otherwise, we have Nendoroid, the mainline series up here for our 1717 sword. It is 1644 with the hair. Actually, the Cody series, number 7, comes in with the crown. And then for the faceplate, we have 876. That is -2 for a nice little shocked face. Huzzah! Hair, yeah. I guess hair is universal in how quickly it goes away. So it goes pretty quickly for the Cody. Like, we very seldom get Cody in stock. But even then, when we do, the hair goes away the fastest. Definitely goes away the fastest as far as the mainline Nendoroids. And the dolls, I guess it goes away just as fast just because they're so compatible. People pick through those pretty quickly. And then, depending on the bodies, certain bodies will sell out fast. And maybe even a little faster than the shoes. But shoes go very quickly. Since we are working with a nendoroid doll, how about we use hair 1856 for long hair? And between that and hair 1903. Well, let's commit to 1856, which is back in the green bins, I believe. 18, yep, got it. Oh, it's actually in one of the overhead bins. The hair, anyway. And I wonder if we can consolidate everything in to the lower green bin. Oh, that would be snug. I bet we can do it, though. I bet we can make this a little easier. For those of you who have not seen our insider videos, but like here is like a bin specifically for 1856. It's one of the newer series, so it actually takes up the full bin because there's a lot to work through. Eventually it will share a space with probably 1857. And then we have these red tags. When things first go in there, couldn't fit everything in because they come in these big thick bags, sometimes multiple. And there's just a bunch of stuff that we couldn't get in there. So, I bet. Yep, we can fit a bunch in there. But we're down to our last hair. And I'll go ahead and I'll keep these stands separate. Oh, these guitars or ukuleles. It's only a 4-string. Okay. Stickers. Stickers, and the rest are stands. Stands seem to sell fairly slowly, so I will keep those in the overhead. Just to keep things from getting cluttered in the green bin. Alright, put this stuff back. 1856. Okie doke. And we're going with a Neko. Business Neko. Oh, it's some hair accessories. This is interesting. I am pleasantly surprised. Just, whew. So I'm going to have to write on here 1856. And we're going to get this hair out of here. So 1644. We're going to decapitate. Take the crown off. $16.44. You have served us well. We're going to put you back. And just to check in with folks, how has stream quality been? Has bitrate kept up? Does it look good? Has there been any buffering? I just want to make sure with y'all. Let's say within the last 30 minutes or so, for everybody who's been here. I got the sound check. I appreciate that. Now, how about a video check? 1640. Is that back here? Yep. All right. So 1850. What do you have with you? My goodness. Where's the Cody thing? Here's the Cody thing. And actually, I have to reduce clutter. Reducing clutter. No issues. Looks good. Thank you for the check-in, folks. As long as I'm not like doing any browsing, looking for stuff. Oh, there's a piggy face. Hi, piggy face. Hi, nose. Plorp, plorp, plorp. Yeah, as long as I'm not messing with anything on the computer itself, it seems to hold a decent quality. So I wanted to make sure that my observations were correct. Wait a minute now. Oh, okay, this is the ponytail. I see, because there's a ponytail slot there. All right. Didn't encounter any problems either. Okay. I'm guessing that if you guys showed up early on in the stream when I was still hunting for the link for this stream so I could post it, it was telling me that viewers would experience buffering because I was surfing around and loading up pages and stuff like that. So fortunately, once I finished up with that, that problem went away. So I just have to be very judicious because this computer was not made for video and streaming and stuff like that. We can get away with it, but we have to do this with intention. All right, so how does this fit? It's a little snug, it's a little tricky, but it works. It works. It's not the most flush, but it works. All right. I like this. I like this. I'm here for this. Oh, and that pinstripes. Oh, yeah, that's a great choice. Who suggested that? That was Kay. Yes, Kay. Awesome choice. The color pops up a little high for this, so it's going to take a little bit of wiggling, a little bit of work to get in right. But I think it'll still be just fine. It will do the trick. Huzzah! I'm a cat. I should be sleeping. Wah! And of course the ponytail with the bow. I wonder if I should tip it a little bit. Really blends in with the suit. It's a little hard to come up on camera when looking straight on the back. But it's there. And it's super easy to visualize in person, so it's not that big a deal. It's just a little harder to demonstrate on camera here for y'all. Y'all. Is that like a lemon slice? Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I'm dropping bags. Okay. Kay says the only buffering I noticed personally was with the guinea pig cam, but that I think wasn't for too long when the stream was starting. Okay. That was my guess too. When things were starting up, yeah, that was probably the worst of it. Saccharus, no issues. Welcome, by the way. The first time I've seen you. You've come just in time for last call. I've been streaming for a couple of hours. That is my first kind of mark for when things can start up. So basically, last call for everybody. Everybody in the chat gets to name one part they want to see swapped out. And once we're all done with that, we'll call it good. I will wrap up, and I will go no longer than the 3-hour mark. So we'll see how long this takes. It's currently 1 p.m. my time. I'm going to go no later than 2 p.m. 1856, right? Actually, do we want a crown on this? We have the crown here. It's very easy to put on, so... Oh, unfortunately with this hair, the tab for the crown is so long. Well, it can bend. It can bend. It's fine. It's funny because the crown kind of came bent a little bit. We can manipulate it. But I think the fit is so snug. Nope. We're making it work. Yep. It's a thing. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Dan, you figured out nendoroids. You are a master now. Okay. Unfortunately, this like bow and stuff right here makes it tilt back a little bit as far as keeping it in place. That's fine. We can work with it. Can we see the top from ND10? Fairy, yes. ND10. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. All right. We're going uniform here. I'm going to go ahead and actually put away. You probably can't see it because the piggy cam was on top, but I did hold the thing, the headband from the Lolita set on hand just in case. These things, you know, maybe there's enough front space now that that flower ornament's out of the way. Without the, yeah, that actually looks kind of cute. I'm kind of here for it. I'm not actually sticking it on just so it's the adhesive is usable for customers, but there's actually enough like front space in front of the ears to make it work. Okay, I will go ahead and put this back. Tiramisu, what are you doing? Which layer are you under right now? I found you. I found you. Oh. Hi. How are you? Say hi for the camera. Okay. We're back under now. All right. Top for ND10. Going to have to put the sword to one side. Do the decapitation. Alright, now is this a full setup? Like, are we going to have to get rid of the... Yep. We're going to have to get rid of the jacket and the vest. Oof, here's the real struggle, taking the clothes off. I guess that holds the same in real life, too. I only ever wear t-shirts, so... I guess I haven't really experienced that sort of problem. Okay. Now, if all of our elbows can just be double jointed, wouldn't that be something? Actually, that might be horrific. Oh, all right. All right. Things and stuff. So let's get these back to baggies. Off camera. Here. Yep. It's funny, I'm making all these little crinkly sounds and tiramisu isn't even getting worked up. She should be like, veg? Veg? Are you getting me carrot? Are you getting me lettuce? Okay. So those are to one side. So I'm actually going to say ND58. Now we're just down to the pants. And then ND10 for the top. Okie dokie smoky. Let's wiggle on there. Wiggle on there. Oh my goodness. All the ornamentation, that's really something. That's a nice top piece there. I am here for it. And it actually goes on. It's funny, there's not nearly as much stitching on the inside. So it actually goes on a lot easier than that ND58 suit did. Make sure this comes together with the back hole, the back inset, whatever. Okay. And now that we've got like something that's kind of military uniform looking, all the better reason to keep the sword. All the better reason. Do some positioning. Now the collar sets up really high. This will be interesting. It's gonna like smash down a little bit. Actually, that still looks fine. Still looks fine. It makes the head look like it's levitating a little high. But it's not bad. I'm here for it. Okay. Can we straighten this out a little bit? A little bit of lacing done here. Still keeping the crown. Can't lose the crown. Doing a little spinning here. Actually, we didn't even set in this peg all the way. It's a bit of a tight fit with this faceplate, I would say. You can fiddle with it a bit. It works out for the most part. You might just want to do a little bit of... I don't know if shaving would be the right answer for this. Maybe a little bit, but it would have to be done to the faceplate just to make sure it fits a little more snugly. But I think it would be easy enough to just choose the right angles if you're doing photography. And then it would be fine. Okay. Alright, so we got Fairy's last call. K, if there's time to change the hair, I think 1903 would match with the big gold piece on the hair. Okay. K, I will count that as your last call. Although I'm tempted to just kind of hold it and see if Patrick or Secaris would like to suggest other parts, just because we very recently changed hairs. Actually, in fact, this 1856 was your choice, Kay. So I'm tempted to just kind of like save the 1903 hair for last, just to give this hair a little more time and see if anybody else wants to change a different part. So I'll give that a couple minutes. What do we think? Sounds good for you? I'm glad. Don't mind me, just eating a couple pistachios. While waiting to see if we have any more ideas, I will visit with the tiramisu, the ever adorable, ever adventurous, and yet The great tunneler. You're a dwarf. You're a dwarf. You're a tunneler. Hi, baby girl. How are you? Woof. You want to roam a little bit? Granted, this is a very small space for you. I'm sorry. If we had more space in here to like put down a fence, I'd do that. But you jump over fences. You've got some hops. I actually put her in a fenced area in my room for a little bit just to have her around, and didn't even think to check on her for like a good 20-30 minutes. And then I looked over to my side while I was sitting down at my computer, and there she was outside of the enclosure, just walking around on my floor. It's like, what are you doing? Fortunately, it was easy to catch her. She didn't try to go under my bed or anything. Which, if she thought of that, she probably would have. Wouldn't you? Then I'd never find you. I would never get you again. Hi, little one. Itchy, itchy. Yes. Itchy, itchy. Ooh. And you know, you're actually... I put you on top of the Heidi. Here. You want to go in there? There you go. There you go. When a nendoroid is released after its pre-order period ends, how fast does it get to you guys? I think when I bought a nendoroid, it took 5 to 6 months to get to you. That is one of the faster times that we've seen recently. There were a lot of pre-orders that we had set up, and granted, there was this really big clogging, I guess largely due to COVID, but then a lot of things happened on the back end for our distributor. Because they were contracting out to a bunch of smaller warehouses and they couldn't pull things together very well. So there were nendoroids where it was literally more than a year behind schedule in getting it to us. So if it took 5 to 6 months to get to you, you were one of the lucky ones, I'm sad to say. We had a lot of people that were very frustrated with us, and I completely understand. It was out of our hands, but I couldn't blame them. I mean, like... They spent money on a promise to get the thing, and then it goes way past schedule, and you know, we felt helpless. We didn't know what to do. I think we ended up refunding to a couple people that requested it, but yeah, it was very frustrating. 5 to 6 months, that's I'll give you a thumbs up. That's a good one. Unfortunately, hopefully soon, within the next couple months, we'll finally be able to get all of the backlog of stuff from our distributor in. It might take longer than that, to be honest, just because they have so many things and we have to keep, you know, selling, putting up sales, you know, to generate some capital so that we can afford to buy the stuff and get it out of their warehouse and get it to us. It's just everything is bottlenecking all at once. It's kind of a mess. But hopefully, sometime within the next couple of months, we'll be caught up, and the things that we do order from them, we'll get them in a more timely manner, and we'll be back to some kind of normalcy. We'll be doing a flow. That's the hope. So yeah. Yep. So I don't seem to be getting any suggestions from Patrick or Sakaris. So I will skip right to the 1903. I will do your last call for that hair. And he said there is an accessory that goes on top. So 1903, that is not in a yellow bin. I shall return. Okay. And I'll go ahead and put back the some stuff here. ND58. Says, wow, that's a long time. I hope things get to your orders faster too. Yeah, yeah. That is the hope. $19.03 is what we have. With the big gold piece on the... Oh, okay. Try not to break anything. We are snagging on the bubble wrap. Careful, careful. Okay. Oh, shiny. Shiny. That makes happy chemicals in the brain work. Seeing that shininess. Look at that. And I see the pairing with the suit. So yes, I'm here for it. $18.56 is going away. Oh, also with a crown. Yep. Okay. And where did I put the bag for this? To one side. I think what we did, this in here. Okay. 1856, you're going away. And now 1903. Oh. Getting ahead of myself here. So how do you fit? You're being a little awkward here. Oh, it's doable. It's just going in slowly and firmly. I'm glad this is going to be like the last hair change. Just because I'll have to work this out nice and carefully off camera. Okay. Oh. Oh. Shaking her head, shaking her head. And there we are. Oh, no, we're not. There we aren't. Make sure we didn't do any scuffing or anything. Okay. Let's try again. Take two. Okay, that felt like a more snug fit in there. All right, all right. Better, better. And now the crown. Question is there a divider in the hair pegs? There is. Okay. So that means this can just go in straight. Okay. Good snug fit. Oh my goodness. Look at you. You wonderful amalgamation, you. Very rosy ornamentation on the side here with spikes. Very nice. Very nice. Let's tilt up. we're actually doing quite good. I know it took a little bit of work to get the hair together over the faceplate, but it is fitting quite snugly. Very nice. Very little seam going on here. Might have to work on this side a little bit. There it goes. There it goes. Much better. Ready for my close-up? Sword is out. Sword is out of focus. I am here for it. All right. In fact, just so there's more contrast, well, maybe not with the shirt, with the white of the shirt. Let's keep it on the wood green. Heck yeah. The ND71 bag has a neck piece. Can't see it very well, but it might be a longer neck piece. That is the one I'm using. So, yeah, I swapped out the generic one back into the bag. Still roughly the same color, but yeah, that's what I'm currently using. And this neck joint in here is just the extra. So, I'm using the one that was actually attached to the body when I pulled it out of ND71. Here, I will make some space. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's if the nendoroid doll pegs tend to be a little bit longer, maybe slightly. And it's funny because the swivel piece is a bit elongated. So this thing right here, you can see it looks a little closer to like a capsule or something. It's not like a perfect sphere. It's because there's a little bit of separation. So I think they accounted for the collar of the clothing kind of like bumping up to the faceplate a little bit. So they added that as kind of an extension. That's my guess anyway. But yeah, there's one of these on here already, and this is the extra that comes in the bag. All right. I think that's going to be the end. I don't see anything from anybody else. That was fun. You guys did some great picks today. April chimed in for a couple good ones. Loved the bunny bag idea. It's too bad that it didn't fit well with the clothing from the nendoroid doll. We couldn't keep it on board, but it worked very well for like the mainline nendoroid series. I was here for it. I was here for the whole thing, and it was all good. Didn't even notice that. I honestly, I've seen it before. I know I've seen that design choice before, but I forgot all about it. And then once you mentioned it, I actually took a look. It's like, oh, that's right. They do that thing. It's funny. It is interesting. Here, just for... just to have a tiny bit of fun. She's calling us out. She's pointing. She's calling us out. You! Sword. Okay. That wasn't anything. Nobody requested that. That was just Dan having a good time. And now that Dan has had good time, actually it was all good time. I just had my own special moment. But yes, now that we've done that, we've done the last call from everybody. It is a great mishmash. I'm into it. Even the pinstripe pants worked out very well. It's just too bad we don't have a better selection of shoes on hand. But yeah, like I said, we just sell through shoes very quickly. But yeah, lots of fun, great choices, great designs. Unfortunately, we got to rule out a few mix and match ideas that didn't work out as far as hair, front and back, and hoods. Those are tough. Let me tell you, they're not as the scope of interchangeable parts. It kind of bottlenecks a little bit when it comes to different hairs and stuff like that. But at least we got to rule out some ideas so that, people don't necessarily spend money on these parts and find that they don't work out. And yeah, very fun and informative. You are very welcome. And yes, get yourself some sleep. I'm going to make sure that Tiramisu, even though she wants to burrow and hide, she's going to say goodbye to the camera. You're going to say goodbye to the camera. Come here. Oop, oop, oop. Girly girl, come here. Come here. There you are. Say goodbye. She's a sweetie. It's almost like she notices that there's a camera there. Okay. Perfect. All right, folks, for real. That's it this time. Have a good one, y'all, and we'll do it again next week. How about it? All right.